Hey, what's up, guys? Calvault here, doing a review of a product, and this is not Iron Man, this is not Batman, this is something completely out of my collecting field, but it's something that I wanted since I was little. I've always wanted this mask, but all the versions of it that are sold at Halloween are always so crap. And then these things started surfacing about a year ago or so after Toby and Andrew were rumored to be in the new Spider-Man movie, and it's this SpiderMan mask. It's a movie replica Spider-Man mask, and it's on this really heavy stand. This did not come with it. This is just something that my fiance's mom found at a flea market or something. It's like a glass head. I'm just using it to display the mask. But like, it's so cool. I wanted this thing for a while, and I was gonna get one. I was gonna buy one, but they're pretty expensive. And then like this one had surfaced on eBay, no, on Etsy for like 200 bucks. And as a joke, I told my fiance like, "That's what I want for Father's Day." Like, ha ha ha. And she bought it for me. Like I didn't actually know that she placed the order. I didn't even know that she was waiting on this thing. She got a parcel slip yesterday, and she's like, I got a package. Let's go pick it up." We went to the post office, and she's like, "Here you go. Like happy early first Father's Day slash birthday." And I was like, "What is it?" And I opened it up, and it's this freaking mask, and I was like blown. Um, so I'm gonna do a little review of it for you guys. It's probably the only Spider-Man mask that I'm gonna get. I like the other movies, but like the Toby suit, you guys know me. I'm an artist. When I watch movies, I look at the costumes. The costumes that really like spark my interest, and I've always liked the Toby suit, like the raised gray webbing, just the way it looked. That was always my favorite look for Spider-Man. Um, so yeah, let's get this off the bust, and I'll show it to you guys, like how it is, what it does, and stuff like that. So yeah. Funny enough, I realized this yesterday when I put this on this stand. I think the previous owner of this glass head made Spider-Man masks, or made a Spider-Man mask at some point, because you can see like the spray painted lenses there in the forehead. I just think that's kind of funny because my fiance's mom just got this for me randomly because she knew that I collected helmets and masks and stuff. And she just found this at a flea market, and it's glass, and she just got it. So it's used, it's old, but look at that. It's pretty funny. It looks like somebody made a Spider-Man mask on this, and randomly I just happened to get a Spider-Man mask and put it on this. It was not planned, but that's pretty cool, right? That thing's really heavy. All right, so here's the mask. So this is the front of it, and then it's got a fabric neck that comes down about this far. Now, these things are all over the place now. Like, if you go on eBay, you can find these things. If you go on Etsy, you can find these things. There's many different people that make them. From what I can understand, they're made in China and mass produced, because this came in like a vacuum seal kind of bag, like a dust-free bag, and then it was wrapped in bubble wrap, and it was in a box. But apparently my fiance ordered this like 3 weeks ago, and it's already here. And then I was looking at some reviews from the actual listing that I had showed her, and people were getting it in like a week. And from what I understand, to make this, it takes quite a while. Even if you're like the best at making Spider-Man masks, it might take a little while to make one of these because you have to like hand lay all the webbing and cut the pattern out and sew it and stuff. So I'm guessing that they make a bunch of these, put them in a warehouse, and then as you order, they just ship them out. And what this particular version, and all the ones that you see that are around the $200 to $300 price mark, is they're basically ripping off Spidey Planet. Spidey Planet, you can find his YouTube channel here online. He has made, and I think continues to make, fully screen accurate Spider-Man Raimi suits. He offers the black suit, and I think the Spider-Man 2 and 3 suit. And then I think he also shares his patterns and his webbing molds with Elfette. So both of them offer the same suits, and Elfette is actually working on the original Sam Raimi Spider-Man suit right now, from the first movie with the Green Goblin. And I wanted to get one of the masks, and I reached out to Spidey Planet, and he said that for the mask alone, it is 900 Canadian dollars. And I was like, okay, well, I guess I gotta save up for a really long time. And then I reached out to Elfette to see if his price was different, and it's also 900. So I think that they're partners. They both make the same suits, and I think that they share in the profits. But their suits are incredible. They do full suits with the raised webbing, the textured screen printed suit. You get a face shell, magnetic lenses, the whole works, the whole suit. These are just the mask, and they are basically just cheaper versions of their suit. And you know what? Like, I don't even care. This thing is just awesome. So it's constructed out of a fabric hood that looks like it's been sewn together in certain places. Actually, you know what? I'm not even too sure. I don't even see any sewing lines on this, so I would not be, because it's from China, I would not be surprised if they just bought like morph suit hoods and then just sprayed the texture on them, like laid them out flat and then had like a netting screen or something and sprayed the texture like that design on, because I don't see any seams in this except for the back zipper. This is just one hood, and I don't know if you're able to, like, I don't know how you're able to actually accomplish that without sewing, because usually there's like about 4 pieces. You have a side, and then a back. This is just one piece, so I'm thinking they're just buying fabric hoods off of eBay or something, or from AliExpress, and then just either spraying the texture on, or they have a way of putting the texture on this, because I don't see, like, looking at it, unless it's hidden underneath the webbing somewhere, I don't see any seams. It just looks seamless, except for that zipper up the back. That's it. So it's the hood, the red hood, with the texture, either screen printed or sprayed on, I'm not sure. And then you unzip the back, and it's got this face shell. I think this is made of, seems like plastic. You can actually find these face shells on Thingiverse and just 3D print them if you want to make your own Spider-Man suit. They do. You can find the actual face shell for the Raimi version online, but it's glued inside, and it comes to about like here on the top of your head. So it comes back a little bit, so you have that Sam Raimi, Tobey Maguire face structure, and it stays in there the whole time. And then the fabric is just kind of peeled inside the eye sockets like that, so that it maintains that seamless look. So they stretch the fabric over, and then they just tuck it inside the eye sockets. And it's got a bunch of holes in it so that when you wear this, it breathes nice and you don't overheat. And it's also got like some ear cutouts, as you can see here, so it kind of goes over your ears so it stays in place. And then there's a zipper. Now this is a pretty cheap zipper, but it's dyed red. It's like a red zipper so that it blends in with the mask. And then you just zip it closed. And as you can see, some of the webbing is actually loose, but it stays in place. Like, I don't know. It stays in place just the way that it is, especially if you wear this. I actually haven't worn it yet. It stretches out really nice and looks nice. The webbing, I think, is made of, oh, there goes a lens. I think it's made of urethane. I think it's urethane webbing, which is exactly how they did it for the movie. It was a giant, I think, steel mold. They had made it out of like steel, and then they cast urethane pieces into it for the webbing. And they powdered the mold with a gunmetal gray so that the edges of the webs are black, but the surface of the webs, like the frontal view, is silver and catches the light, but then the underside is black. And it was really cool. Like, I really like the gunmetal gray on Spider-Man. I think it's been my favorite ever since the Tobey movies came out. Anytime I see Spider-Man now, I miss the gunmetal gray. So they're glued in certain areas. I think they're glued, actually I'm not even sure, because as you can see, some of them are loose, but they stay in place. So here you can see this one's glued down because it doesn't want to come off, but up here it isn't. So it's probably glued in strategic places to keep the shape of the webs, and then it's just loose in some areas, probably to add some flexibility as the fabric pulls on the mask. The glue isn't going to come undone on the webs. And then the lenses are exactly like they are in the movie. You just kind of grab from the top here, and they just come right out. So you can take the lenses out if you're getting too hot. So now you can see, like I said, the fabric, get the light back. The fabric stretches down, and then they just kind of tuck it underneath so that it looks seamless. And they are like pretty much the full eye, except for it's cut off here. So that's the mask without the lenses. And then these are the lenses, and until now I've never understood how Spider-Man lenses are. You're getting the reflection of my computer, so I'll try not to do that. But they have like a screen in there, and then it's backed up with a piece of plastic. And I don't even think that they're in properly. So there you go. There's like the piece of plastic that goes inside. And then it looks like the screen, oh no, the screen does come out. And then here's the screen. And then there's another piece that is actually positioned in there of like acrylic or something, and it's glued in. So it's a piece of acrylic, and then inside the acrylic you just sandwich the screen, and then you back it up with this piece of plastic. This looks like I don't know, it's kind of like when you buy a binder for school, and sometimes they're like laced in that little plastic film. This is kind of what this is made of. And then you just sandwich that in there. So it's a 3-layer lens, and then it's got these 2 little hooks that clip into the front of the mask so that it always finds the right position. So so when you're wearing it, your lenses aren't moving around, they always clip into the right position. And then there's a really powerful magnet there at the top. So to put it in, you literally just grab those little hooks and you just place them, and then it just snaps back in place. Same as this one. You just, I'm trying to show you guys that I'm in the way. There we go. So you just kind of hook it in there, and then it just snaps back in place in the perfect position all the time. And they don't move. Like, they just, this thing looks so cool. I've never worn it, so this is going to be the first time that I put it on. So let's do that. so that was me wearing it. And as you can see, I've never owned a Spider-Man mask before. I'm pretty sure that people that cosplay Spider-Man a lot or collect this like Spider-Man stuff exclusively um, probably are better at positioning the eye lenses when it's on. The reason I didn't leave them on to put it on was because I was scared they might pop out. This is a really powerful magnet, but because there is only one, I was scared that if it didn't fit me, and then I put it on and I pushed the lenses out, I didn't want to break them because I just wanted to display this. This was such a nice gift from my fiance. I was not expecting it. I was gonna buy one day anyway, but she just bought it for me randomly, and it was just so nice. And I love this thing, even though it's a Chinese version of the high quality ones from Spidey Planet and Elfette. It's made the same way. Maybe, like I said, they might use a pre-existing Lycra hood and then just cut eye holes in it and then spray the texture on through a texture screen that they have or something. Because I don't see any seams. That's the only thing, is with the other masks, you always see like seams up the side, like they'll make a face, there'd be a seam, like you'll see seams in a handmade item. This I don't see any seams in, so I'm convinced that they just buy like Lycra hoods or Lycra balaclava masks off of eBay or AliExpress, and then just cut some eye holes in it, maybe through a spray bottle and a screen. They spray the texture on or screen print it. I don't know if you can actually do that with a like fully round one, like no seam mask. And then they just install a zipper. But the webs are laid the exact same way. The lenses are made the exact same way as those higher quality, more expensive masks. So if you want a Tobey Maguire Spider-Man mask and you don't want to spend almost $1,000 on just the mask, this is a good one. Even though it is an unlicensed copy, it looks the part, and it's got the Tobey Maguire silhouette. If I had to place a guess, this one kind of looks like Spider-Man 2. His suit changed a little bit in each movie. This one, to me, really screams Spider-Man 2 with the color of the lens here. In Spider-Man 3, this was more of a silver. They've kind of maintained that darker gunmetal and then the lighter gunmetal for the webs. But in Spider-Man 3, the webs kind of matched the lenses. They were a lighter tone because they wanted the red suit and the black suit to look polar opposite, so that when he's in this suit, he's like good, pure Spider-Man, and then when he's in the black suit, he's like, like mean Spider-Man almost, with that darker nature that the symbiote brings out in you. This is a good one. You can get these things all over the place. I will leave a link to this exact one that I got. This one was $200 Canadian. There's cheaper ones, there's more expensive ones, but they're all this. It's just from different bootleg Chinese sellers. And I think it's great. I mean, some stuff from China is like, eh. This is one of those like, wow, like it really surprises you just how good this is from like a factory in China. And this is one of those pieces that I just wanted. I wanted this ever since I was a kid. And you guys know that the Spider-Man suits that come out at Halloween, they do like, it's for a kid's Halloween costume, but could they please like make a really cool Spider-Man costume for Halloween? It would not be like, you don't have to do this, but maybe invest in some good lenses, just put some full lenses. Because with the Spider-Man suits, you either see like mesh with a bunch of holes in it, or you literally just have a white thing and then they cut a circle in it. So you have like two circle eyes. It looks weird. I don't think it would be very hard to just make a lens for a Spider-Man suit. They fog up a little bit, but if you add enough holes in your face shell. You can breathe. Like, it was fogging up a little bit when I was wearing it, but like as I breathe in, the fog goes away, and then as I breathe out, they fog up. So you're constantly removing the fog. And then if they wanted to go the extra mile, they could include removable lenses so that you don't have to, you know, wear them if you don't want to. But this is one of those like gems on the internet. Like, get it. Like, I know this is the Cowl Vault and we talk about Batman and stuff here, and like lately it's been like, why are you making Iron Man helmets? Why do you have a Spider-Man mask? I actually sold most of my cowls, guys. I have my Keaton cowls, Returns and 89, and I have my Michelle Pfeiffer cowl, and I sold everything else. I have my bat suit, and I have this, and all my Iron Man helmets that I've been making. Um, I said early on in collecting that I would just stick to Batman so that my collection wasn't all over the place, but now I'm just buying things that, like, either spark something from my childhood or like always gave me joy. And the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man costume always did that for me. And I wanted this. So it was such a nice thing for my fiance to buy this for me. So if you guys are in the market for a Tobey Maguire Spider-Man costume, get this. I'll leave a link. You can find these ones. You can find the black suit version, which is basically this, but it has angrier, like more angular lenses, and the pattern is metallic, and from what I've heard, it's raised a bit. So the pattern on the lycra is raised. So black, it has like silver raised texture, and then it's got the webs obviously, and some angular, more aggressive looking lenses. And then they also sell the Amazing Spider-Man 1 mask, the Amazing Spider-Man 2 mask, and I think that they just put out a Tom Holland Stark suit mask. So they're doing a bunch of these masks. This is the one I wanted, but they're all great. I'm not going to get any of them. I just wanted this, and I have it, and it's awesome. So I hope you guys enjoy my review. It's the first Spider-Man item in the collection, but it's pretty friggin' cool. Alright guys, until next time. Peace out, and be good people.